I am doing a new series on comfort foods. So we live in northern Minnesota, so we are the queen of comfort foods up here because like it is cold and we have to have food that sticks to our bones. However, everything in moderation, right? So today I'm going to show you how I make my venison meatballs. Okay, sorry, Swedish meatballs, but I'm making them with venison. If you don't have venison, use regular hamburger. So it's 1 pound and 1 pound of pork sausage. I use the hot pork sausage to give it just a little bit of kick. If you don't like the hot pork sausage, just use a pound of regular sausage. So there's a little bit of variation here, but these are my favorite Swedish meatball recipes. My daughter is coming home from college today. She was done with finals, so I'm back to making a little bit bigger meals for the next 3 weeks while she's here. Okay, so like I said, I've got a pound of venison, so I've got it unthawed. So I'm going to throw that in the bowl like that. Okay, and then I've got the pork sausage. I have to cut that open. I didn't do that ahead of time. So 1 pound and 1 pound. I got this pork sausage at Aldi's, and I really like it just because of the hot pepper flakes in it. But like I said, if you don't want your meatballs to have a little bit of a kick to them, just buy the regular pork sausage. Okay, so a pound and a pound, right? All right, and then I'm push that down just a little bit. Break it up. All right, I'm going to add 2 eggs. This is a very, very easy recipe. So what I'm going to do is right now I'm making the meatballs while we talk. And then I have to pan fry them just to get the, because we roll them in breadcrumbs, just to get that mixed up or lightly fried. And then I put them in the oven. And while they are finishing up baking in the oven, I make the Swedish meatball sauce. So there's like 3 steps. So I am going to stop the video because this is a little early for me to fry these and put them in the oven right now. So I'm just making the ball part of it first. So you can do this ahead of time and put it in the fridge and then they'll be ready to go. Okay, 1 teaspoon of onion powder. My husband got me some new measuring cups that he thought I would like because they stick together, but I kind of find it annoying. Okay. 1 teaspoon of onion powder. Okay, half of a cup of breadcrumbs. Just plain breadcrumbs. So half a cup. So I have a 4th cup here. Okay, 1 teaspoon of garlic powder. And that's about what I have left. Low on that. Yep. Okay, that's the end of that. Okay, 4 tablespoons of Parmesan cheese. I get to use the big one. 4 tablespoons of Parmesan. 2, 3, 4. Okay, so now we're going to mix all of this up. Don't get rid of your breadcrumbs. Don't put your breadcrumbs away because we're going to use that in a minute. Because we're going to roll these in breadcrumbs once we get it all mixed up. Okay, so you can use a stand mixer. I don't really like, I do it with my barbecue meatballs, but this one comes together really easy, and I just really don't like to get my stand mixer full of meat. Then I really have to clean it good. Okay, so just mix that all together. Like this. Super, super simple. Okay, so then we're left with, it looks like that, our meatballs. All right, now we're gonna grab more breadcrumbs and I'm gonna put them in a bowl, which I didn't have ready, like this. you'll need more. So we are going to, these are just plain breadcrumbs. You can get the fancier breadcrumbs too if you want. Okay. Now I have a really old cookie sheet that I'm going to use because these are just going to go into the refrigerator until I am ready to fry them. You're going to need your hands, and we're going to wash them good when we're done. So walnut size meatballs, like that. So walnut size, and you're going to roll it in the breadcrumbs. Like that. Just enough so that when we fry it to a nice golden brown, they fry up really nice for the sauce that we're going to make for these. Okay, so I'm going to keep doing this. So this is how it goes. I don't need to, you probably don't want to sit here and watch me roll about 24 of these together. And then when I come back, I'm going to show you how we fry them and make the toppings for them. Okay, so just keep on rolling your meatballs if you're following along, and then I'll be back to show you in just a little bit the next step. Like I said, I'm going to store these in the refrigerator until I'm ready to fry them in just a little bit today. This is such good comfort food. Okay, so the next step for our Swedish meatballs is you put a little bit of butter in the bottom, and then we fry the meatballs on all sides until they are just light brown. So I've got 2 batches. I've already done 1 batch, and then this batch I'm just finishing up. So now I'm going to put them back on the tray. Just a plain old tray like this. And then we're going to make the sauce. Okay, so put these in the oven to finish baking for 25 minutes. Okay, so these are going back in for 25 minutes. Okay, now we're going to make the sauce. So you need 4 tablespoons of butter. So we're going to melt that in the bottom of the pan with the drippings. Okay. And I need my whisk. So we're just going to melt that real quick. Smoky. So it's got the drippings from the Swedish meatballs in there. We'll give that just a second to melt. Oopsie. Okay, and then we need flour. That's next. We'll get the butter all melted. Almost there. I could have cut it into smaller pieces. Okay, now we're going to add 2 tablespoons of flour. And we're just going to whisk that together with the butter. Okay. All right, once that's all mixed in, we're going to add 2 cups of beef stock. So beef broth, 2 cups. There's 1. Probably about what I have. Yep, exactly 2 cups. Look at that. Couldn't get any better. Okay, so blend that in. Okay. All right, now cream. 1 cup of cream, heavy cream. All right, the next thing is 1 tablespoon of Worcester. I'm kind of a dumper, so I know it's about a tablespoon. 1 teaspoon of Dijon mustard. I probably did a little bit more, but I like mustard. All right, we'll mix that up. Okay, we're gonna simmer this for 5 minutes, and then I'm gonna turn it down until the meatballs are done. As soon as the meatballs are done, I'm gonna put the meatballs back in the sauce and just let it soak up some of the sauce with the bubbling. And then I'm gonna add a couple dollops of sour cream to the sauce right before I put the meatballs in, and that's your Swedish meatball. But I'll be back to show you what this looks like after it simmers for about 5 minutes.